My eyebrows are flaky AF. I'm just gonna... This is like, I get really dry in this area this time of year. It's so annoying. And I hate running a moisturizer through my eyebrows. This feeling is horrible, but it has to be. It just has to be. Yeah, there's definitely like a weird texture to this moisturizer. And I am gonna blame it for the pilling that I had under my sunscreen the other day, because I just like saw it on my face just now, like pilling with itself. Because it like dries down before you even, that's what it is. It's not even absorbed. It's just drying down. I mean, I'm sure it's partially absorbed, like, sure, but anyways, just not something I love. We're using the shit. Oh God. My dad's gonna love all my cursing. Sorry in advance, I look terrible for all my potty mouth that I get from you, honestly. Oh yes. We're using the Rare Beauty concealer in, I use 130 neutral. Like obviously I'm super pink, but my, like the rest of my body is quite neutral. I'm definitely not of an olive tone or anything like that. And the only thing about Rare Beauty, I love, like I use her foundation and her concealer. Love it. But my only complaint is that it totally oxidizes, for sure. Like it definitely. Also, I look super white. I just have a lot of redness, but when you put something over it, it just makes me look like I'm crazy. But then once I finish the face, it looks fine. So don't panic. I uncaringly do have a little bit of a Rudolph situation every time I do my makeup. I just don't care. Don't attack me for it. I just don't care. Like, or you can attack me for it. Like, I just don't care. Sorry. Forgot to preface. I do use concealer on my whole face. I don't want to talk about it. I don't carry my foundation with me. And also, I only conceal my cheeks. I don't really go anywhere else anyway. There are going to be people in my comments being like, or there might not be anybody in my comments really, but if there is anyone in there that feels the need to be like, you have to do your makeup a certain way, I just don't care. I'm just trying to have fun. I'm just trying to cover a little bit of... I do have rosacea as well. That's why my cheeks are pretty much always super red. No, I'm not flushed. No, I'm not upset. I mean, I could be upset, but my cheeks are generally not red for that reason. I use the excess on my nose because my nose gets all, you know, foundation knows how that goes. It gets like that. It's the texture of my skin. I've tried many a different skincare situation to regulate that. It is not what I want. So, by the way, anyone in doubt, excess with an E, starting with an E, means the leftover, the extra. Access with an A means you've been granted access to something. Like, the amount of people I hear verbally and actually in like messages and bios and descriptions and shit, they always write, by the way, I wiped off the excess. Stop. I know it's not that serious. It's fine. It's just a pet peeve that I felt like voicing for some odd reason. Yes, I'm baking my under eyes. Do you want to talk about it? No. What shall we do for eyeshadow? Are we gonna do eyeshadow? Do we care? I did say I was gonna do eyeshadow, I think. Also, let me preface this entire channel with just letting you know that, like, my memory is horrible. My opinions change regularly, like normal people do. Yeah. Unless I specifically say, this is set in stone, this will never change, then, like, an opinion I had last week might be different from an opinion I have next week. Or maybe I've learned something in the meantime that changes the way I feel about what I've already posted on my channel. Like, normal people shit. Okay? Okay, I think that's kind of fun. It looks way darker on camera than it actually is. Just a heads up. This is the... I didn't even... You know what I said? Oh, no, that's right. I have used e.l.f.'s makeup before. I used shit. I used their Perfect Finished HD powder. Just the white one. Because I'm white. Really white. I'm just pale. I'm a vampire. Eyeshadow, I'm using this. I don't know if it's pronounced Kaya or Kaja, I don't know. I think it's Kaya. Somebody on the internet pronounced it Kaya and it stuck in my head. Stuck in my head. Anyway, this is, hang on. This little palette, this little stack palette is called 02 Orange Blossom. It's actually really nice. This is called the Beauty Bento. It's like a little, the idea is it's a bento box with like different eyeshadows in it. I actually love this for when I'm on the go. Fits perfectly in my mini makeup kit. So this is the color I used in my crease, and I'm literally just moving upward from there. So I'm gonna take this next color and I'm gonna put it like on the outer lid, and not too much of it, just like this. Probably need a little bit more. I'm going to move up to the next one, which is the top layer. There's only 3 layers. This is the lightest color. It's like it's a really nice lighter, like champagne colored shimmer. I'm using the exact same brush that I used for all of these. I am not taking a whole lot of it, just kind of dabbing it. It is quite, the thing is, it's not that it's pigmented. I don't find it super pigmented. It's like moderately pigmented, but the shimmer, there's a lot of it. The shimmer comes off on the brush, the color doesn't. I hope that makes sense. And I'm just gonna pop that on the rest of the lid, going across the top. I'm sweeping. I don't want it to be super concentrated. It's still like, it is really shimmery on its own, but like some people will pat it in if they want it to be a little more of a centerpiece, a little more like pop. But I'm just going pretty casual today. I am a really big fan of shimmers lately. I used to only wear matte eyeshadow, but I'm back into shimmers. I think they're fun. I do drag this lighter one up a little higher, because I do like the look of like glitter up my eyelid. I think it's just fun and different, and like, I don't know, it's fun. So that's it for eyes. Actually, I sometimes add like a little bit of the darkest one under my lower lash line, but I don't think I'm going to today. I don't want it to feel too heavy And I might actually just take that lightest color and blend out the outer corner here. Because I don't want it to be very defined. I'm gonna take my finger actually. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think it looks good. I don't need it to be like perfect anyways. I'm not going anywhere special. I mean, my best friend is very special. I love her. But she doesn't care what it looks like. I'm sure she appreciates when I put effort into my appearance, maybe, somehow. No, you know what, actually? I know her well enough to say she doesn't care at all. We like looking hot, but we don't need to look hot. I'm brushing off that powder from before with just like a big fluffy brush. I think this is actually supposed to be, like, I think it was intended as a blush brush. Excuse my hiccup, holy cow. I get these really loud hiccups. I get them from my dad. My dad also has really loud hiccups, and I've never heard anybody else with hiccups as loud as we do. Racking my memory in public places, I always seem to have the hiccups in a freaking Costco. Maybe I'm gasping for air in there. I do have really bad social anxiety, so maybe that's what it is. Well, not necessarily social anxiety. I actually have generalized anxiety disorder, but it manifests itself in different ways. That's why they call it generalized, because it can vary. I am medicated. Not today, not yet. I will take my drugs. Take your meds. Lee's so nice sometimes. To be completely candid with you, sometimes I just don't feel like taking my pills. Like I feel like there's probably a lot of people who feel that way sometimes. Last night, Lee came in the bedroom and was like, take your pills. And I was like, I really don't want to sit up. Like, I was that tired. And he was like, no, like, you're gonna hate yourself tomorrow if you don't take your pills. For context, I didn't take my pills yet. Today, I take day and night pills, so he came in last night. I took my pills at night. I already had my day pills yesterday, just so that makes sense. Moving along, I'm using the Morphe Pink Please palette, and I'm using the blush in the color Rosy. This one is also a stack. This one's different from the Kaja one. This one has eyes, cheeks, lips, and face, it says. I think this one is more of like a highlighter. Oh my god, there's a cat hair in there. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. This one is like a really nice, like, iridescent. It's really hard to see on camera. I wish I could show this to you better. It's iridescent, like, it's gorgeous. It's pearly, it's so pretty, and it has like reflective, like pink reflective shimmer in it. So pretty. The second to bottom is, sorry, that first one was called Cherry Blossom. I don't know if I said. This one is called Taffy. This is for lips. I don't use this often. It smells kind of like cheap, you know, like, it's just, I can't really stand that smell on my lips. So I don't use that often. It's just kind of a whatever. This blush is called Rosy. I think I said that already, but anyways, sorry if I'm repetitive. That's another thing I struggle with. This blush is called Rosy. I do not find it very pigmented. I pretty much have to load up my brush really well. I do not rub. I only tap because I don't want to go crazy by accident. And then I just kind of... It's buildable though, I will say. It's very buildable, and I don't like a super intense blush anyways. So I like to just, and you can't see it on camera, to be honest with you, but I can see it in person, and I don't want to go too crazy, so I'm not gonna try to make it something it's not. To be honest, it doesn't look like a natural color in here, I don't feel. Like, the camera doesn't do it justice. It's like, it's a justice, I meant to say. It's a bright pink, okay? But on my skin, it looks very natural. Like, I'm a big fan. So, and I like it because it's not pigmented. Some people don't like a slightly less pigmented blush, but I do because I can easily go overboard by accident. And this one allows it to build to exactly what you want it to get to, and it doesn't have to be complicated, and it doesn't have to be too intense, and it doesn't have to be not light enough. It doesn't have to be not. This brush, I have no idea where it's from, so don't ask. I can't remember. I've had it for years. I do like to drag it up to my temples a little bit, not all the way up here, but like, I guess just to the ends of my eyes, just to look like cohesive, because I don't want my blush to look like blush necessarily. Like, when in Rome, sure. I can hear my best friend now. We're not in Rome. I do a little on the nose. Yes, I like a little Rudolph nose, and I just do it until I'm content with the color. But it's mostly because I like this nice cohesive, like, across the face kind of. The only thing is I don't put blush right here. Like, some people really enjoy that look, and I do think it would look cute, but I have really rosy red cheeks due to the rosacea naturally, and I don't like the look of it because of that insecurity. It's not really an insecurity anymore, but it is something I've lived with for a long time, and I specifically put concealer on there to cover it because it makes me feel more pretty. So like, it is a little bit of an insecurity still. It's a soft spot for me. So I don't put blush right here, but I do think it's really cute just out here on the like cheekbones into the temple. And sometimes when I do makeup on my forehead, I do just put a little bit of blush on my forehead as well, just to bring some color back into my face after using that concealer. So my only complaint about this palette is the lip. It just has that like cheap, like, you know, like children's lip gloss has that like smell. It just smells like, obviously it is manufactured. Like, it just has this like manufactured smell. Like, it just smells, maybe that's not the right word that I'm looking for, but I feel like you know what I mean. Like, it's just plasticky. Not a fan. So in place of that, today we're using Summer Fridays. This one is in Pink Sugar. I love this. It's not tinted. Well, it has like the tiniest little tinge. Like, it's not tinted, which is good because I don't like tinted. This is a little one of my keys, but it's my favorite one from them. Sorry, I'm aware my teeth are gross. I just ate a sandwich. Okay. What I was saying is, it's really odd that I like this because I'm not a fan of like sugary smells. Because like, so many companies and people just don't do it right. This one just smells so, it smells real, like in a nice way. So yeah, big fan of that. I might do a little liner real quick. I don't even want to hear shit about how this is gonna go. Don't judge. I'm gonna need a moment of silence for this, okay? Okay. Okay, how do we feel about that one? I actually think that one's pretty good. Shall we attempt a second? I'm right-handed, so that one is so much easier. Okay, I know they're not the same, but this one looks way better. Sisters, not twins. I can like try to make this one match a little better, but like, my heart's not gonna be broken if it's not perfect. Oh, that actually worked out really well. Let me see it in this mirror real quick. I'm gonna curl my lashes real quick because I bought this eyelash curler and now I can't live without it. My previous eyelash curlers have never done me well like this one does. This is just the best, and I don't even know the brand. Okay, so now that that one looks good, I'm using the Freck Beauty Lash Rocket Mascara, whatever they call it. This is the best mascara I've ever had. Easily. That one is good. And sometimes when I have the time to, I'll actually take a fan like a little handheld fan and just blow my lashes up. I'm not usually that crazy about curling my lashes perfectly. I don't generally care that much, but sometimes it's just cool to do, and it does work. I'll say that. So if you really like having super curled lashes, that's a cool way to do it. It's easy. You don't really have to do much. You just sit there and hold the fan. There's one single long hair here. What the heck are you doing? And I go in for a second coat. I do quite a bit on my outer corner. Then I'll use the remaining that's on the brush after I do that to go through and just comb through these front lashes again. I don't usually care if they're like perfect, but when I have the time to do it, I take extra care to like just go through them. There's a little mascara on my eyelid. I will get that after. I'm not worried about it. I will say the outer lashes on this eye are a little more scarce, so I do focus them a little more than the other eye. My mom, bless her heart, calls me like, she doesn't call me this, but I know she thinks I have like spider legs on my eyes when I do this. For context, my mom does not wear mascara, period. She's tried, and every single time, like, she doesn't like any of them. She says they all look like spider legs. And for those of you who don't know me or my mom is a severe arachnophobe. Like, I fear that she would actually pass out if a spider was on her. She would probably just full on lose consciousness. And that is it for the makeup. I have a headache right now. It does not feel good. That's it for the makeup. How do we feel about it? I don't do my brows generally. Sometimes I do, but like, I just don't care. Some people think I look like unfinished. Again, I don't care. I think I'm cute. My hair's not super brushed, to be honest, so she's not perfect. That's the final look. I was gonna read, but I think Sadie and I are gonna sit here and watch a Fern video instead, just because my head's kind of hurting and I don't want to use my eyes to focus. I mostly just listen to Fern when my head hurts, and we'll just wait for Lee. Yeah, we'll just wait for Lee to finish his donation.